Happy solstice, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. May you be blessed this holiday season, you and your family, and enjoy whatever you celebrate. I hope everybody has a great time. I wanted to bring up a topic that's going to be a little bit probably controversial, but that's okay. My friend Tom Berkshire, I hope I'm saying his name right. I've only known him for like a few weeks on Facebook. He made a video that I shared on my Facebook page that really didn't get a lot of views because when you share a video on Facebook, it does not get as many views as if you make your own. And I think this is a very important subject, so I kind of wanted to, put my 2 cents into it and talk about my views on this subject that is actually very personal to me. And that is that vegans that are not open-minded actually kill more animals than they actually save by not eating animals. And I know that sounds very assuming and, a firm statement, but it's very, very true. Okay, and I'm going to give you the reasons why I say this. As someone that was a vegan for 2 years and that had some medical issues within those 2 years a few times because of my veganism, I've had to kind of supplement my vegan diet or plant-based diet with a little bit of animal products, usually eggs or fish. And I do this about once or twice a week now. And what ended up happening is I got a lot of backlash from vegan friends. Not all of them. There's some great vegan friends that are very supportive. I'm not saying everybody's this way, but there's a lot of people that were this way, especially in vegan groups. Oh my God. Don't even get me started in the vegan groups. But because I had to do this for my health, I felt like a failure. I completely felt like a failure. I felt like I was an animal killer. I felt like this horrible, horrible person that I had a lot of guilt because I had to do this for my health. I mean, my doctor and my nutritionist says you need to eat a little bit of animal products. You are hurting yourself. So, oh, by the way, my nutritionist is vegan. Anyways, I came up with a lot of aggression and a lot of defensiveness and closed-mindedness and limited belief systems within these people, almost kind of like when you confront somebody about religion or government, because there's limited belief systems in everything that surrounds us. And if we don't learn to go beyond our limited beliefs and open our minds to other possibilities, that does not mean that you believe everything that people say to you. You don't take on everybody else's beliefs, but if you can at least be open-minded and be a critical thinker and make your own decisions instead of basing all of your decisions on somebody else's beliefs or what somebody else told you, this is how we evolve as a person, personally, and as a planet, collectively. So I wanted to, maybe bring this to the forefront. Maybe we can have a discussion, and I know a lot of vegans are going to watch this video, and I hope they can watch this with an open mind and not be defensive. But I really believe that if vegans become a little bit more open-minded and not so radical, not so angry, and basically not be an asshole about the subject, I'm being point blank about this, and they might be able to save more animals than they actually do by not eating them. And this is how that can be done. There are ways to get people to become more healthy with a primarily plant-based lifestyle. All right? So if you can actually not be on the defensive side and be aggressive with your approach, you might be able to convert people to maybe eating meat once or twice a week, maybe eating meat once a day if they eat it 3 times a day. Imagine the impact on the planet. Imagine the impact on how many animals die if we actually just had people reduce the amount of meat they eat instead of pushing them no meat, no dairy, or even telling them to make smarter animal product choices. And what I mean by this is to steer them away from these factory farms and say, you know, can you go locally and get eggs locally? I love to get my eggs locally from friends. And that is just a much healthier for me, for the environment, for the animals. They're not cooped up in these little tiny cages. It's just not healthy to eat those kind of eggs anyways, because you know, we are all made of energy. Animals are made of energy. And when they are in a constant state of fear and they're miserable and you're eating that food, that energy carries into your body and creates disease. So you want happy animals. If you're going to eat any animal products, you want them to be happy. You want them to be taken care of. You don't want them abused. And that's just something we should be doing on a human level. Is we should have compassion for animals, and we should not be purchasing animals from these factory farms. We need to find more sustainable options, obviously, and more compassionate options. So I'm going to bring this to the table and, you know, suggest maybe vegans, if you are, and I know there's tons of vegans that are this way that are totally cool and they try to steer people in the right direction. But these are the ones that are completely set in their ways and they're just blind to any other option or way of going about things. If you can lighten up a little bit, and I know you come from a place of good intent and compassion because you love animals, but if you can see that the way you approach aggressively is actually killing more animals than actually helping them, you might be able to open your mind to maybe different options for people that maybe have to eat meat a couple times a week. Maybe, you know, encourage them to get more sustainable food than what they actually get. Hold on, I need a drink of water. It's a little cold and dusty right now. It was windy earlier. But just instead of being so rigid in your belief systems and aggressive, try to come from a place of compassion, not just for the animals, but for the humans that are involved, involved in this whole situation. Because, you know, if you're going to be a vegan, you need to be compassionate towards humans as well. And you need to understand that food is very much attached to tradition, to memories, to culture. And if they're going to make any type of change, if we're going to make an impact on this world, we really need to come from a place of compassion and understand that these changes are very, very hard on people. And it's not easy for people to make change. But we can make a significant change just by altering. If people even just did Meatless Monday, can you imagine if everybody in the world did Meatless Monday? It sounds one day a week. I know it sounds like it's not that big of a deal. It would have a tremendous impact on the environment. So let's just, loosen up a little bit. Don't be so angry and upset just because somebody does not have the same views as you. Let's open our minds a little bit, open our hearts, and, let's help people get on track with their health, with the environment, with compassion for animals. Let's work together here. Let's try that. All right? All right, I hope everybody took this video in the right way. I know the title is a little shocking, but sometimes you got to put a shocking title to get people to watch, and I wanted a lot of people to watch this. But I hope everybody has a great day, and happy holidays, everyone. Bye-bye.